Good morning, everyone. Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. So it is a chilly morning. It is winter basically for us. We have actually been getting rain all week, and tomorrow it is supposed to rain all day. Like, we are definitely, it's nowhere near enough to get us out of a drought, but everybody is just so relieved that we're getting some wet weather right now. We are absolutely loving it. So I will take the cold, I will take the rain. We definitely need it. So first off, I have some wonderful news. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video talking about my Master Gardener's journey. I applied for my county's Master Gardener's program, which would start in January of 2023. And I posted it all and hoping that I was going to get in. And guess what? I got in. So I am so excited. They told us that they would let us know by November 11th. So they notified me a couple days early via email. In December, I have to go in to pick up my books, and then classes start in January. So I am officially in my county's, Yolo County's Master Gardener's training program. I am so excited about it. I really, truly think it is such a fantastic program. All the things that they teach you, it's like a free education. It's not free. It costs some money, but it's not like going to college. You know what I mean? And you still get all this amazing information, and I cannot wait to learn all of it. I'm so excited about it, and I'm so honored to be a part of the program. So I could not wait to tell you guys that. I had to tell you guys first thing. So exciting. My whole family was so sweet when I read the email. We all cheered, and we were all super excited about it. So it's kind of hitting home now. Like, the program is 16 weeks and starting in January. It's every single Friday, and I cannot miss 1 week. I cannot miss 1 week. And then I have a test. It's an open book test, so I'm not too worried about it. But it's not an easy program. It is definitely an intense program, and I think that they just want to weed out the people that aren't serious about it, and I am definitely serious about it. So exciting. I had to share that information with you guys. Now onto the project for today. So my project for today is planting sweet peas right here, right in front of this black fence I have right here. Now, I planted dahlias this past season right here, and I had big plans for these dahlias. I wanted it to be kind of just a line of color right here, because this is a pretty prominent area in my garden. That's kind of why I put my Ivy espalier right here, because it's like one of the first things you see when you walk up to my house. So I wanted color on this black fence right here. Unfortunately, the dahlias were a total bust. They did not bloom very well. They kind of burned in the heat, is almost like they were getting enough water. They just kind of burned in the heat. And there was a couple of them that did well, like the Wizard of Oz dahlia did really well. And then I have a no-name one that I got from Home Depot. It has a name. I just threw away the packaging. And that one did really well. And that was a second-year dahlia that I had left the tubers in over the winter. So I was talking to my friend Olivia, who's super into dahlias and super into caladiums. And we were thinking maybe we need to err on the side of heat-tolerant dahlias. So there are dahlias that they report are really heat-tolerant. So we're thinking of trying mainly those next season. My plan is just to leave all the dahlia tubers in the ground, which I can do that in Zone 9. I'm just going to leave them in the ground and just see what happens, right? Like, not put too much stock in them, not put too much hope on the dahlias to bloom next year. I'm just going to kind of watch them, and I'm just going to see how they do. But in the meantime, obviously dahlias don't start growing until, early summer, something like that. So I want some color in this area before that, especially because I have my garden tour in early May. I am in my city's garden tour. Well, it's an art gallery in my city. They're doing a garden tour, and it's in early May, and I really want some color right here on this fence. So my plan is sweet peas. And because I'm in Zone 9, and because we get so hot so early, the secret to sweet peas, the absolute hands down, the only way to go for sweet peas is fall sowing. You have to fall sow your sweet peas if you live in a hot climate like I do. If you try and sow them in the winter or early spring and trying to get them to grow from a little seedling, early on in the spring, like in the same season, they just don't grow big enough before it gets too hot, and the heat will just burn them, and they won't bloom, and they won't perform, and they won't do anything. So the secret is that you have to fall sow your sweet peas, and you can direct fall sow them, or do what I do. I just sow them in 72 count trays. You do want to pinch them back so that you have bushier plants, and I've already pinched mine back. So mine are all pinched back, and they're ready to go, and they're ready to be planted. And I am going to plant, the variety I'm planting is called Mrs. R. Bolton, which is this beautiful pink color that I thought would be so pretty up here. And I got them from Swallowtail Seeds Company, which is, I've ordered from that company for a while, but that company is based out of Santa Rosa, California, which is actually my hometown. So I gotta support, I gotta represent. So I'm really happy with them. The germination was like 100% on these seeds. They're looking fantastic. And then my plan is to use my 2-inch auger from Power Planter. I used that when I was planting my other sweet pea seedlings in my flower field a couple days ago, and it was so easy. I just kind of flew through it. It made it so much easier. So that's my plan. I just got to get my auger out. I am going to put some Sure Start in each hole, and then I'm just going to go through and plant them. It should be pretty straightforward and pretty easy. So let's go. Okay, all done. I've got all the sweet peas in. Hopefully they're all the right variety. My labeling system got kind of messed up, and I think they're the Mrs. Bolton that I planted. They might be half pink, half purple, which would be beautiful anyway. But I've got to do a better job at my labeling, and I feel like I say that every single year, and every single year I mess it up. I had a little bit extra time, so I went ahead and I planted all of these pansies, these beautiful blue pansies. I had them extra from my window box, and then my fall trio of planters, and then I thought, oh, they'll be beautiful just here, just for some winter color. So I'm really glad I got those in. And then the last thing I need to do is I need to protect the sweet pea seedlings from slugs and snails, because slugs and snails do like to eat those, and I have a lot of slugs and snails up in this area. So let me do this real quick. I'll be right back. So I am going to be putting some Hortonova netting up on this black fence, and Hortonova netting is that plastic netting for cut flowers where the plants can actually grow up the netting. I just don't see any point in putting it up yet. I'll probably put it up like in January or something like that. But what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to do a stake over on this side, and then a stake over on this side, over here, and then have the Horta Nova netting right here. And so that way the sweet peas can grow up the netting and trail up and get as tall as they want, and then have some beautiful color right here. Again, I will get to that. I also need to get to that on my flower field, because I put sweet peas in my flower field and I don't have any trellising for them either. So I will get to those, but you know, I feel like I can kind of push that. At this time, I'm kind of, you know, it's all timing. And at this time, I need to get my seedlings in the ground. That's the most important thing. So I'm trying to get all that stuff done. And then I'll have a little bit of extra time, leeway, you know, later on this month or even next month. And then I'll be able to get like the structure and stuff in. So I'm going to get to all of it. This is how I'm working lately. I'm like not completing one whole project. I'm just doing a little here, doing a little here, doing a little here, just for timing's sake. So anyway, so I'm glad I got the sweet peas in. Those needed to go in. I still need to get all my cut flowers in my own personal cut flower garden, but my neighbor actually tested my soil for me. I have a fabulous video, hopefully coming out later this week. I asked him a bunch of questions. He is so knowledgeable. He's what you call an agronomist, which is it's like a soil management specialist and crop specialist. I'll put it right here exactly what it is. It was so interesting, you guys. It was so incredible. Anyway, so he tested my soil for me, and so we're waiting for that to come back, and then I can amend my soil, and then I can get my cut flower garden all planted. So stay tuned for that video. It should be super interesting. Anyway, so I got the pansies in, I got the sweet peas in. Excellent news about the Master Gardeners program. So much wonderful, fun stuff going on. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.